Welcome to the Didi and Lital Show. Advice, thoughts, and stories from a married couple on cybersecurity, technology, and life in general. Now here are your hosts, Didi and Lital.
Hello and welcome to the Didi and Lital Show. It's almost the end of summer. What's up, Didi?
Things are awesome. Sports still sucks, and therefore we are ignoring sports for a little while. Yesterday was the Giants versus Patriots, and a Snorefest with people that basically are going to pack groceries tomorrow, I think. So it looked like
DoorDash. Hello.
Yeah, it looked like basically, DoorDash playing Uber Eats. That's how that game looked like.
Okay.
Gunnar Olszewski, the guy that's mostly known for how good he looks in the wife beater, scored a touchdown, and so basically I'm ignoring sports for now.
Didn't we say you're not allowed to say this thing? There is a different word for wearing a tank top.
It's not a
male
tank top.
top.
There's no male tank top.
Muscle top. Muscle shirt.
Well, I don't know how it's called.
I don't think you can say in 2025 what you said.
I definitely know that I can't say in 2025 what I just said, but I don't know what to say.
A tank top.
It's not a tank top. A tank top is something that makes Sydney Sweeney's boobs look good.
How about an A top? Is that what it is?
Dave, help us out.
Well, I agree with you because a tank top is not an undershirt. Like a tank top is something you would wear that says like Ocean Pacific on it or something.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
And you can't say muscle shirt because muscle shirt is actually a sleeveless T-shirt.
Yes.
That's what it is.
So
a sleeveless
No.
Because it's shaped like a tank top.
Yes.
But the material is very specifically undershirt material.
Yes.
So we need a new word altogether.
We need
White
a new word.
curtain undershirt.
We need a new word because there's two people that wear this. First, the people that we just mentioned, and second is fat slobs or guys that want to show off their muscles, or my grandpa. But we need a word for this. So maybe the listeners can help us. Now,
Call it a wife hugger instead of a wife beater. How about that?
That's something that
Yes.
I found somebody that wrote.
Joe wrote it. Joe wrote it.
Yeah.
Wife pleaser.
Wife pleaser. Wife pleaser. That's what it is.
Yes. Yes. So now for our new opening style, because I really liked how we talk about music. And as I was writing in an 80s ride, I realized two things. A, everything Madonna did after La Isla Bonita sucks. You love all that.
No, I tend to agree.
You like erotica and Like a Prayer and...
No, Like a Prayer is before Life.
I don't care. That was a mistake. Still
no, it was like, what are you talking about? Like a Prayer is like the best Madonna video and song and everything.
So let's do, both of us, do our top 5.
You don't even like Madonna. Why are you bringing Madonna?
Because I want to do it with Madonna, like the song goes.
Okay.
You remember the song?
Yeah, I like to do it with Madonna.
So top 5.
Do you?
I don't know now, but back then, there's the song that she sings like in the strip club. I forgot the name of the song. I really like the song. I really like the video. It's from Who's That Girl? Open your heart.
Open your heart to me. Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
When she has short hair
Yes.
and she performs.
She's beautiful.
She's beautiful.
There.
It's from the time of Who's That Girl?
Yes. So
Papa Don't Preach.
exactly. So that's where I decided. What are your top 5? You need to pick 5.
Oh, you didn't give me time to prepare. That's like you
that's
didn't
the whole idea.
disclose what's going to happen and how
That's
I'm
the
going to fail.
There's no failing.
No, because I'll pick up the wrong 5. And
There's no picking the wrong 5.
Okay.
Pick 5.
So we are picking the top 5 Madonna songs.
You're picking yours. I'm picking mine. Dave can participate and pick his.
Sweat.
You want me to start while you think?
Yeah.
So
Are we starting from number 1 or we need to
we start from number 1.
We start from the best of the best.
We're starting from the best of the best. For me, Material Girl, number 1 by far, best video, best everything, best Madonna song ever.
So it is in my top 5 for sure. I think everything about that video, about the placement, about everything is like amazing, but it's not my top one. Yeah. My top one is 100%. We just said it. Like a Prayer. Yes, thank you, producer Dave. Like a Prayer is so Madonna. Like, she's kind of going against the establishment, you know, at the time, a big, you know, bombastic, you know, giving a middle finger to the Christianity and everything, and she's Catholic, and every background she's coming from, and then the black guy, the black Jesus, and everything. At the time, it was so Madonna, and everything she did. Like a Prayer, beautiful song, beautiful, amazing video, kind of like at the prime time of MTV. Yep. Like a Prayer, number one. I don't know why you think not, but also the harmonics in the song, everything. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. Absolutely.
So not in my top 5.
So you're saying Like a Virgin, your top 1?
No. Material Girl.
Material Girl.
Material Girl.
Material Girl with, you know, her playing I'm not coming prepared this morning.
Yes, Marilyn
Monroe.
Yes,
Marilyn Monroe.
In some Like It Hot, in Some Like It Hot.
Yes,
Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend.
Yes, definitely in the top 5. I don't know, very hard to rank.
And Keith Carradine as one of the Carradines as the producer. Producer Dave, what's your number 1?
I just quickly jotted down my top 5. Okay. I think I'm okay with this. Number 5, Like a Virgin. Number 4, Into the Groove. Number 3, Vogue. Number 2, Like a Prayer. And number 1, Express Yourself. That's always been my favorite Madonna song.
Oh, Express Yourself.
Producer Dave.
I wouldn't go into... I'll go with my number 2 now.
Okay.
So my number 2 is probably Vogue.
Okay.
Because, again... the iconic Madonna capturing the moment. I think it's like it's beginning of the 90s.
Yep.
Supermodels, super hot at the time, you know, everything like the devil wearing Prada. It's like about that time when, you know, Vogue, what she had, I don't know if she still has, the ability to get into the pop culture of the moment and elevate it. That's Vogue. Beautiful song. Love it. Love it. The dance, iconic. Okay. Every dancer, always, everybody knows the specific hand movements and stuff. And she's so beautiful. Yep. Seriously.
Cool.
Okay.
Not even in my top 5.
Okay. What's...
My number 2 song
Yeah.
is actually Dear Jessie. It's not in the top 20 list.
Not at all. I hate this song.
I love Dear
Stupid
Jessie.
Song.
I love Dear Jessie because it's very completely not in anybody's radar.
With the Tinkle Bell in the video.
With the classical music, it still makes me cry when
It actually reminds me of Kate Bush songs.
It's
very much like...
It's very not like anything else on anybody's list.
Yeah,
so
it's
Dear
not
Jessie,
a typical Madonna. It really reminds me of some Kate Bush songs. I don't know why.
So for me, Dear Jessie is number 2.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
What's your number 3?
So hard. I love her so much. Papa Don't Preach. Again, cultural moment. She's beautiful. Again, it's Papa Don't Preach. It's such a good song.
This one, and the guy that plays the villain in every Italian movie, and not just Danny Aiello. Danny Aiello is really good at this video clip.
It's so much all those hot topic of the moment.
Yes.
Teen pregnancy on the rise, all this. Wow. Yep. It's like, it's her ability to tune to issues of the moment.
Yep.
This guy.
Yeah.
Hot guy with a muscle shirt.
Yes. Yes.
Whatever we said it is. Okay. Are we number 4 now?
We're at number 4.
What's number 4?
For you.
No, you go first.
Me go first. So one of the things that you have to put. So I chose the genres. So I skipped Like a Virgin because Material Girl is very much like a virgin. So I wanted to give the happy-go-lucky songs. So she had all these happy-go-lucky songs with Open Your Heart, and I was debating Open Your Heart versus Cherish, and decided to go with Cherish versus Open Your Heart, even though both of them for me are more or less the same kind of in the same genre, because they are one of these songs that you happily drive with a convertible to embarrass the boys.
Yeah, it's not on my top 5 for sure. For me, it's a poppy, nice song. I don't know. I don't care about it.
It's a song that I put when I fold the laundry and I need to dance.
Okay. Well, top 5 has to include Laisla Bonita. So that will be my number 4. Unique, fun, gonna stay there forever. Awesome song. Not a typical Madonna.
Yes. No, it's an amazing song.
Amazing song. It's one-off, and it's gonna stay there forever.
Yes, I agree. But that's, if I need to close the list, I need to give one of those 80s movies ballads that she's so very known for. And I was debating Live to Tell, and there's another one that I really, really love that's there, which I keep forgetting. But I'll stick with Live to Tell. She had all these like super amazing ballads that went into the ends of movies, and I'll stick with Live to Tell. Christopher Walken and Sean Penn when he was still good looking.
Yeah, I don't know. It's this era of ballads. I don't.
Look at how good Sean Penn looks.
Yes, when she dated him. Yeah.
That looks like classic Sean Penn from
it doesn't make
Cool Times.
But it doesn't make a top 5. So I actually.
Unfortunately, Sean Penn was not a wife pleaser. He was.
Yeah. Now I actually do like some of the recent songs, kind of like the 2000 era of Madonna, and I'm really, really, really debating if my 5th one is gonna be either Hang Up or what's the name of the song with Justin Timberlake?
2 minutes.
2 minutes.
2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Or 4 minutes. 4 minutes.
4 minutes.
It's on Dave's shirt. It's on the famous Dave shirt.
So
4 minutes.
So I'm really debating because the two of them are fun, are poppy. All the mixing of, ABBA songs and stuff. I love her with all the... And she's beautiful again.
Yep.
So this is an awesome song. I also... What's the name of the song with Britney Spears?
I don't remember. But
that's
stop knocking on the table. It pisses off Dave.
But I'm going to go with Hang Up, I think, because of, remixing ABBA.
Yep.
I heard she talked to the ABBA guys, the two, Bjorn and whatever the other, Benny and Bjorn, for like 5 years trying to convince them to remix Gimme, Gimme, Gimme. They don't let anyone use the music because they make fortune out of it, of course. But it's Madonna. So definitely my number 5. That's it. Hung Up.
Cool. You know what? There's 3 of us, all of us old. None of us said Holiday, which is one of the biggest game changer songs, which was remixed by 1 million people.
True. I mean, it's basically I love everything she's doing. So like picking up 5
That's the hard thing.
Is hard. I don't think it's top 5. It's nice, fun, poppy. Definitely kind of became legendary in terms of being used every time somebody goes on a holiday. We are going on a holiday. So awesome song.
Yes.
Not top 5.
Cool. Awesome.
Should we talk business a little bit?
Yes, we should. So, but this was so much fun, so I decided that let's have some fun.
Yeah, let's have some fun. Okay.
Okay, let's talk shop. Now, I read something in the news, the local news, by an annoying lefty that, horrible Trump, we're killing the Fly database in Harvard. So people that don't know genetics, the first organism, large organism, not single cell organism that genetic was fully mapped is the fruit fly, aka Drosophila.
Drosophila is one of the best animals to do genetic research because fruit flies, they come in millions.
Let's take him in fauna because it's not exactly an animal.
I mean, it is a multicellular creature, but the thing is
organism. Let's call it organism.
It's an organism. Yes. The beauty of it is that it's easy to grow. And basically,
just stick a banana somewhere, and 3 minutes later, you'll have 5 million of them.
And it's really easy to do gene knockoff, which is basically UV radiate the population of some flies. You create DNA breaks, and you find out stuff. So, tons of genetic research has been done on Drosophila. That's how they learned a ton of stuff on genetics. It's easy. And because of that, it was the first organism to have its full genome sequenced after, I think, a nematode or something like that.
Yes. So there was basically
maybe even before.
So there was basically this big heart-bleeding article.
So it was done in the 90s, right? The entire genome of the fruit fly was sequenced.
Yep.
And apparently, the database that is holding it, called, I think, FlyBase, that it resides on a server
on some servers
at Harvard, is now the 8 people that maintain it are being laid off because of the Trump administration cuts.
I don't know if it's related to the Trump administration
that's
cuts.
what the article claimed.
That's what the article claims.
It's unclear what is the cause. They're being laid off. They claim the Trump cuts. And we were like, reading it.
So first and foremost, some of us navigated to that website. And then some of us remembered that they even wrote, I think, I'm not even sure if it's a Python script or a Perl script, because they were complaining about people killing their APIs and scraping their UI and not using the traditional API. And then I looked at it and said, I think I did this in 2003.
So producer Dave, can you Google FlyBase and try to find a screenshot of how this thing looks like today in 2025? You may find this article that we're referring to, but I think those that watch us on the one on the left, this one, yes. We can, there is security together, but basically, let's start with that. Didi forwards me this article, and I'm clicking on this website, FlyBase. I studied bio and biotech mid-90s, late 90s into the early 2000s, and I'm getting to that, and I was like, wow, it looks the same as
it looked like
when
in the 90s.
I was in college. It didn't change. It looks like the same portal you used to have on, what is it? I don't even know if we even had Netscape at the time. Did we have? We have Netscape.
No, this is something that's built for Netscape because it looked like it was written in VB6, basically. It's not, but it's HTML1. Not HTML2, not HTML3, not any of the complicated in video, in graphic, in any of the complicated JavaScript UIs, nothing. It looks like something that ran away from the 90s. It would look like if I showed up in shoulder pad jackets. I know they're doing
Well, they're back.
Well, they're back. Well, this is back.
So maybe HTML1 is back.
Maybe HTML1 is back.
Well, we're at the age of AI.
Yes. So, so the thing that I was trying to understand is how come this, so people that don't do genetics, don't do technology, let me explain. The gene databases are basically one big text file. Genetics, ATGC.
4 letters. It's a huge dump of letters. That's it.
It's text files. It's basically text files. We have databases, cloud database, free cloud databases, better databases like GitHub and the likes that were built to deal with this and inserting changes and asking questions and searching for this. This is something that somebody could have stuck on AWS in an afternoon and be done with it. No maintaining, no...
It's well structured. There is no unstructured data in the genome.
Yeah.
It's structured into chromosomes. The structure is very well known. And again, there is not that much of data. It's a pretty small genome compared
and
to...
it doesn't matter. You can... This is if
We're in the age of AI.
even if it was a complete human genome, you can still stick it in GitHub.
I hope they did.
Still,
Where
probably
is
some,
it?
probably.
Where's the human genome? NCBI, PubMed.
Who cares? But the idea is
There
that
was
it's
like a huge
project.
genome project.
Well,
where is it stored?
I have no
At
idea.
the Broad Institute on a server?
Probably.
Only?
Probably.
Not in the cloud? Not, open to the entire population?
Probably.
I
Because
mean, it is open to everyone.
well, this
on
is the
PubMed.
this is the problem, that a lot of these things are protected by rights, and they're so the biological community is so anti-collaboration. This is the thing I discovered when
It's like
this is I wanted to bring Dennis
development of software.
exactly. It's the exact opposite. So we did our Gen X podcast a couple of weeks ago. By the way, if you have not listened
Go
to
back and listen to it. You have to listen to a Gen X podcast.
It
It's
provides-
the best ever.
hours of entertainment. Every friend of mine that's our generation, I call them up and I say, listen to this. They call up to argue with me, and then the more they argue, the more they discover, the more we suck. Somebody even, I posted on LinkedIn yesterday, somebody said, well, what about grunge? And I say, Chris Cornell and Eddie Vedder, boomers. And it goes like, everybody has this shit moment of, yes, I thought this person is, and now. So going back to my point about this is the thing that prevents collaboration in biology. This is where biological people don't want to collaborate. When Dennis, I was trying to bring him to do this specific episode, but he's refusing, because when part of the reason that the Genie project failed is the fact that
Maybe give some
my friend Dennis,
background.
who was here on one of the earlier podcasts and even was promoting his company, was building a company that creates liquid handlers in a very computer cloud-based, easy setup, easy deployment methodology.
He was bringing the software cloud era to
Biology.
wet lab biology.
And they are so resistant. Everybody wants to own 100% of the gear and 100% of the lab and 100% of everything, which in turn made me ask, Dennis, why is that? And then I learned something very interesting. Producer Dave, if let's say you get a grant to research musicology because you love music, and you'd get $1 million from AOC's presidency, because you're not getting a dime out of President Trump to research musicology. But when AOC is president, then you'll get $2 to $5 million to research musicology. How much do you need to give Harvard, and how much do you get to keep?
Why do I need Harvard at all?
If you are
Because
assuming you
you
are
can't
faculty,
get a grant. You can't get a grant.
you need to be.
So now I'm a Harvard professor.
Yeah, you're
So
a
I just got
professor,
a grant.
because otherwise you're not going to get the federal grant for research.
Well, the answer is I have no idea, but I would hope that I maintain control over it, given I'm the one that got issued the grant. But I think you're going to tell me Harvard gets all of it?
80%.
Really?
So part of the big fight that Harvard and President Trump are having.
But sorry, does Harvard have to use that money for my purposes, or they
Nope.
can do anything they want with it?
It's basically to build the research capabilities of the university. So the labs, the air conditioner, the whatever, but also the DEI professor, the DEI stuff and stuff.
Stop with the
Okay,
politics.
he knew that I'm gonna get there, but that's why Trump fights them. Because of that, they're getting grants and using it for other
no,
stuff.
I think-
but let's keep it as if it is just
Get
for.
closer to the mic.
Let's kind of forget about the
No, the thing that the thing that is important is that part of the argument that the federal government right now has with the universities is they put a cap on how much money the universities can take out of the grants. I think they're putting this at 40% or 60% or something along these lines, because let's say again, the reason I was picking producer Dave in musicology is because how much research and how much of a lab do you actually need for musicology? Nothing. So Harvard says, I'm going to steal from the guy that researches musicology, and I'm going to put that money into someplace else. And by controlling the means of manufacturing, and I'm using my words carefully, they're trying to basically communize, again, picking words carefully, research. Sounds awesome. Reality, different species. The thing is that the universities are trying to push very aggressively communism, and they claim that they're doing this share effectively.
So how is it linked, in your opinion, to having the Fly database?
One more thing. So I called some professors I know in a real communist country, Israel. Not even close. Most of them said that.
Higher education is government subsidized in Israel. All of them are governmental bodies, the universities in Israel.
Yes, but they will never accept a grant that somebody will take more than 50% out of.
So how much Tel Aviv University or Technion or Weizmann is taking out of a grant?
Weizmann is taking the most. I think Weizmann is taking over 50%, but that's because they're creating what, I don't know how to translate tzabam. The cross-divisional gear. Tziyud ben machlakti.
So they're basically creating like big facilities that everyone on campus can use for their own research.
Yes,
so they kind of they invest in a center for research, and all the researchers will tap in to use those resources.
But that's not what's happening in most of the universities here. Like, remember when Yoni...
Most of the universities, each lab owns the entire equipment and everything. So each lab has its own machinery and stuff.
And that actually...
And that attracts people to the lab.
And that's the thing that prevents...
So it's not necessarily that they're sharing resources.
So they're actually built to be competitive and not sharing, even though the university takes everything. And the university takes everything because what the university does is, if you kiss my ass enough, you're going to get the grant, you're going to get your money to buy your own gear.
Also, you want to come to a university that already has a lot of those infrastructure, so they attract those researchers that get high grants. It's kind of like, that's how Harvard becomes a Harvard, and, smaller universities in the middle of the country, it's hard for them. It's hard for them to attract the talent, and then it's hard for them to build those.
But going back to FlyBase, my core thing is that we need to look at a lot of these things that happen in if we want to break the chain of the fact that there's a stagnation in biology, and because of that, if we don't follow the news, the biotech industry in Massachusetts has shrunk by 50%. Right now,
even more. In general, if people are not reading, there is a big crisis in life sciences.
Yep.
Companies are not moving forward. A lot of layoffs, a lot of shrinkage. They will blame the administration. I don't care about the politics. The reality is that post-pandemic, where they had like big promises and a boom, specifically in Massachusetts, but all across the U.S., life sciences is in big trouble.
It's stuck everywhere, and primarily it is because of this lack of collaboration. And this was an interesting thing. I sent that paper to a bunch of friends of mine that are more on the lefty side, and most of them said, yeah, it's a really well-balanced thing. And I said, are you not shocked that we're funding something this stupid rather than fund something real? So politics has affected science in the U.S. now for a lot of time. It started, actually, I'm going to blame the right because I'm a balanced asshole. The right started with killing stem cell research because nobody wants to touch the embryo topic, blah, 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 blah. Nobody wants to touch that topic. If the U.S. doesn't fund something, nothing moves.
That was a big deal in the early 2000s. Then
Yes.
it's a debate that completely died. I don't know what happened to that. But
It died- it
for
died
a
with the
while
science
there
of
was
this.
a discussion that
Nobody
in the
funded
right,
it.
nobody wanted to fund stem cells because you can potentially create life out of stem cells, which is a little bit bullshit, but fine. I mean, you are basically creating life in vitro fertilization. And I think the right, most of the right,
It doesn't.
accept it.
I don't want to deal with the politics. The fact is that stem cell research died with a lot of the
I don't
genetics.
think it died. It still exists, but you haven't seen breakthroughs.
Died.
You think it's because of lack of funding?
It's because of lack of funding, the politicization of funding, and the communization of these things. That because the university, in theory, could have taken the money and under the table like they were funding other things. So the universities are not funding the right things. There's not enough. In the U.S., the way that healthcare works is that molecules come out of grants. So step 1 and step 2 research comes from grant money, and then big pharma comes in and says, we'll do step 3. And that's the reason for that stagnation, is because everybody's still funding their pet projects like FlyBase rather than fund a real project. And I think one of the interesting things is these cuts and these reappropriation is the way that I think some of the government is hoping to basically push and nudge science to wake up. Because if science doesn't wake up, if there's no core science research that creates new molecules, creates new databases, creates new ways of collaboration, they're stuck. The other thing is,
I mean, it's crazy in 2025 to have 8 people maintain a database of, again, that is the main point. If you think about the pure economy of this, tiny database, you can just drop it everywhere, make copies of it, so you'll have redundancy. So, ransomware will not take the fruit fly DNA and...
think of the Napster model. So basically, everybody has a very GitHub clone on their device. So that's why...
It's fine. It's the Drosophila DNA. It's commodity. You don't need people to maintain it. The 8 salaries can be used for funding real research. That is our point, to make it very, very clear. So it is a good thing that somebody questions the fact that this database is being maintained for like 3 decades now with those 8 I don't even know what they do to maintain it. What's there to maintain? In tech, there are people maintaining database that are
so it
1,000 times bigger and manage to survive.
Yes. With one
without
person.
falling apart.
With one person.
Yeah. So the point is, it's good that, and it's, forget about if it's the government, or I hope maybe somebody in Harvard woke up and realized, because of the government pressure, maybe it's not the government, but it is basically somebody said, this is ridiculous, let's modernize this. So if anything, there are so many places in science that the big money flows to, inefficiencies, stupidity, doing things the way they did it 30 years ago and not moving it because they're out of touch with reality and the way the world have changed. And this is horrible if you think about it. If you think about it, if this is a non-collaborative, open DNA database, how would you feed it into models? How would you kind of do big data analysis, AI thing? All the things we want to have in tomorrow's science and achievements will actually be crippled by this lack of streamlined technology and collaboration.
I think collaboration.
I
think open source created the boom that is now solved.
That is the thing. I'm shocked because the whole idea of NCPI, the genome database, and all of it, back at the late 90s was all about creating free open model. I remember there were discussions of like, can you patent the gene or can you not patent the gene? There was like all this IP discussion. There was part of that to kind of find a legal way to make it open, easy to ingest by whomever does research. Is that not the case?
Nope.
I'm not in the industry. I don't know much, but I'm shocked.
Don't be shocked. This is a very failing industry for a reason. So
is it big pharma that would like it to stay close so they have control over the genes?
No, big pharma has become...
Because everybody will... I hate the whole thing of blaming big pharma. I think it's stupid.
No,
but is that
big pharma,
the one that has the interest?
No, big pharma is I hate big pharma. But they're really evil. But
not in that way.
This is more academic stupidity. And if you remember when we were doing the Gen X, our top thing in our generation is the human rights or the liberal arts and things like that. So we're just not able to create it shit. And that's part of it. We need an open...
But we are the generation of monetization. We're supposed to figure it out.
Yeah.
Like we figured out the internet, we were supposed to figure out life sciences and other sciences.
So if we want to deal with life sciences...
So again, we just, all the talent went to software.
Yep.
And nobody was left there. And then people in life sciences, they research the one molecule they're working on. And nobody is thinking systemically.
Nope.
On all of this.
Even when
they don't have an Elon Musk.
Even when I was looking at the CRISPR projects, I was saying nobody's thinking of collaboration because this company has the molecule for the vector. Vector is a way for the gene mechanism to come into the body. Some companies research the gene itself. Others create the gene libraries of where to cut. Nobody looks at this systemically and say, oh, I'll take this part from here and this part from here and this part from here, put it together. Now, the last thing I'll ask producer Dave to take a look at, one of the things that I feel like universities need to look from in terms of collaboration is, you remember Office Space?
Of course.
Remember the Bobs?
The two Bobs, the consultants, of course.
Exactly. What is the question that they ask everybody?
What do you do?
What
do you do here?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Somebody needs to go into the universities, into the labs and say, that
was Doge. When Elon Musk, everybody
that's what I thought of, yeah.
Completely lost it when he came into Doge and asked people to send him a simple email of what is it that they do, or like
no. This is where I need to
three bullet points of what they were doing.
So this is where I need to sue Elon Musk because that's a Didi idea.
You don't need to sue. Maybe you and great minds think alike. You should be flattered for sharing thoughts with Elon.
Yeah, because he's a bigger asshole than I am. It's really nice. So somehow. So what?
And way richer.
Way richer. So one of the things.
Maybe you need a little bit to increase the AOL-ness.
Are you kidding me? You're the one that has a problem with my moral scruples, or lack thereof.
If it brings us money, I'll be fine with that.
I like right-wing Lital. So one of the interesting things in how directories work, you need to send an email to a lot of the legacy directories to see if it bounces back. All the listing of all the employees, they just don't know if people are there. So when you send them an email...
Yeah, that was the trick, to even see if people show... If people are still there, maybe they're getting salaries and the email bounces back.
That was my main point.
Is it even going to be opened? Is
it even working? Because one of the things I've discovered when I was doing ORT is that you have to send an email as a probe to a lot of legacy AD environments, because otherwise you don't know if... Because it's a very complicated tree. You can't scan the whole tree. You send an email, it bounces back. Oh, that person's out.
Okay.
So with that, the Bobs and the probing email, maybe the universities should actually get their shit together. Maybe they'll actually do something.
If they would think for a second about Elon's methodology,
if they actually not fight back and
think for a second, stop for a second, think. I mean, universities. Seriously, we have kids that are considering going to college. Your model is broken,
Failing.
is failing. Everybody gets it. You see the declining attendance of kids. If you don't change the model, you're going to die. Seriously. So instead of fighting back, think for a second. We understand the knee-jerk and how it doesn't fit your politics and everything. But you're on the losing side. It's time to improve. And it's a shame. So I hope they rethink and for the better of everything. But if anything, maybe new organization will kind of rise with that.
Maybe.
I'm thinking, that the collaborative thing that Weitzman is doing, that's the way to go. Like have federal money being used to build one strong research center in those universities, Florida, Texas, they're already kind of, all of them are very successful and growing in attendance. Put the money there. Great researchers will come because there's going to be awesome facilities, enough with the model that each lab has its own stuff. Just share the equipment, share everything, and that's it.
Build equipment that's built for sharing.
That's another thing.
Cool.
Well,
With that,
I'm glad I'm not in this industry. It's all good. We can complain about industries we don't work at.
We can complain
next
about
time
everything.
we'll get back to complaining about our own industry.
Cool.
Well, the Didi and Lital Show is a weekly podcast. Please rate and review us, and most importantly, share it with your friends. Go back to the Gen X episode. It was legendary. We will see you next week.
he, by the way, is a Gen Xer. Legend, wait for it, Ari. Neil Patrick Harris.
Yes. Till next time. See you. Bye.